Okay, guys, I'm going to get going here as we've nearly already hit the next hour and I don't have too much more time after that. Since this is the last day off and I'll need to lay down at some point to get enough sleep for work. So let's head over. We are going to be doing Honkai Star Rail for about an hour or so today. I did get the pull for Finon. The only thing is it took most of my jade and poles, so now I gotta build back up so that I can hopefully get Castress when she comes back around. Oh, that's for his warp. We already grabbed him. After more warps, I don't really care for that. I don't really care for those three either. Those. I already did a couple things off stream before. For my dailies, we have from the passes, or from the honorific we bought, we still have 10 passes from that, and then we have the Gift of Honesty, which is another free 10 pull passes, or another set of passes enough for a 10 pull after a week. So we'll have 20 pull, 2 10 pulls, I should say, for Castress when she comes back around at least. Maybe more with the Jade. We'll see what winds up happening. So I will be going back to Amphorius and doing stuff there. I am still working on like Yunli, Fei Xiao, and Herda. And Lingsha. So Yunli, Fei Xiao, Lingsha, and Herda. I'm still working on getting them all to 8. Well, I think they're mostly all level 80 now. But I'm still working on getting them proper relics and getting their traces leveled up. So I will not be working on Finon just yet, as I want to get a couple of them finished off, especially Herda. She's a really good ice character. And some of the other people that we've pulled, including Cypher, because she was in the last pull we did. I just give it a second. I have to try and do something. So where's the dude that was off on the keyboard off there? So we're going to be doing a bit more of Amphoria's story catching up here for half an hour or so. We'll see how long these things take. does look like where we need to go. Well, no, we gotta talk to Castros. Tell me about the Titan known as Thanatos. Who is Anaxa? What is the Grove? Oh, so Hyacin and Anaxa are both heirs. So I guess that means because he fused with, a bit of a spoiler for my head here, by the way, because I've watched a decent portion of the story with Anaxa when they were released. Is they fused with Circe's, the Titan of Reason, so I guess they were the Chrysos heir of Reason. Oh, sorry, I was doing something quickly.
I understand. My faith have mercy on us. One believes to the better. Everybody, all Korean!
Alright, looks like we're following Tree. Are we not using the gate?
Using the central gate is a significant tool on that track. Korean promised Treaty that we wouldn't open the gate or we had no other choice. I'm ready to. Everybody, all in. Out we go! was harder than I thought, so just
Cass has such nimble fingers. I want to learn too.
Mom wants to try something. Here, now we go.
How were you two already so close? Ugh, sorry, Cass and I are now good friends after traveling together for so many days.
This is amazing. It seems as if your voice has become more intelligible after the fight alone. After spending the last few days together, I feel like I'm gradually being able to understand the same. Do me this just a
This shows that I'm learning new things. Once I obtain the memory of poking the wool of felt, I will grow hands that are as pretty as Cass's hands. Those are both kind of funny, but this is the more funny, less rude one. It's horrible. You can't say that to a girl. I was just kidding. Anyway, I believe that this trip to the Grove on Epiphany will definitely be a fruitful one. How exciting. I wonder what changes I'll experience next. You might become fluffier. Do you like cute animals that much? Are you secretly the type that cares a lot about outward appearances? I love that. So when she said action hour, the footnote over it said that that was noon. Hey St. Louis, welcome to the stream. Just going to be a short one today as we're starting pretty late. In that case, I'm just looking at one tree in a hand. But you don't have hands, only paws. There are enough memories scattered all over here. Surely if we look around, we'll eventually find it. If I keep a lookout for it while searching for memories along our journey, then Misaki can go boom, and not only will Trina be able to remember what her mom looks like, she'll even be able to talk with her, right? She does not like that. Only if you promise to stop calling me a pink puppy. that's much better. Still, I'd like to know what exactly I am. That was just a name I came up with on the whim. Oh well, it doesn't matter because I'll be sticking to my... Oh, sorry, Chloe. I'm sticking to my word anyway. Now the train has cheered up. Shall we get going? Oh, sorry, kind of faded out there for a second. Wow, it's so majestic. Hurry up and capture this moment. A giant tree bowed slightly. In the silent forest, tilting and falling into the melting green waves. A passing breeze rustled through the leaves as if it was sighing softly into the lightless ocean above it on high. Take a photo. What is this huge tree, though? I'm doing alright. How have you been? Hey, Desperado. I can't exactly do that too easily, but your hearing is potentially the air conditioner, and it is the only thing keeping the room livable at the moment. I do have the mic sensitivity turned down, and the air conditioner doesn't go all the time, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue. It does stop every so often when it reaches a certain temperature. Yeah, that's probably the AC. That the mic is picking up for some reason. I have adjusted the knobs on the mic a decent couple weeks or so ago to make it a little less sensitive. I might have to look some things up to see how I need to turn things to prevent that sort of sound from several feet away being picked up, but can't necessarily do that in the middle of streaming though. But is the Academy supposed to be this quiet?
The world has always welcomed scholars. So too, Circes, give us your delicate leaves and extend your branches in breeding. Yet, it seems both the grove's messengers and the Titan are indifferent to our way.
Yeah, that's because it's stopped and it's just in like fan mode at the moment, so it's a lot quieter. Hey Aaron, welcome back. If it starts getting too warm in here, I'll have to turn it back on though. Yes, it seems both the Grove's messengers and the Titan are indifferent to our arrival. Is the Grove closed?
Why doesn't he let leave? Miss Hyacinth didn't mention anything about it. Maybe everybody's still asleep because classes haven't started yet. You don't want to be disturbed, so they shut the entrance.
For now, let's take a look around and see if we can find out what's happened.
This place is too quiet. What in the world is going on?
The dreams of giants sink into the earth and grow into towering colossus like me. Knowledge like seeds born on the wind causes flowers to bloom across the land and withered branches to sprout anew. The world pours itself upon me like a spring. My eyes are clear, yet I cannot see myself. Right. This is what I initially wanted to do, was catch the bug. There we go. Looks like we gotta do this puzzle to get over there.
I knew he would find it. The courtyard of Storky should be just ahead of us.
Alright, ads will be going off in a minute here, so I'm gonna wait till it says we're back. If any of you are in the US, I hope you guys had a good 4th. Seconds.
Discard your wordless dust.
Looks like we're back. I'm not seeing anything quite at the moment. The first scholar once declared here, only when we debate are we truly engaging in conversation. Since then, this place has become a favorite gathering spot within the grove. It is said that sages could always argue their way to the answers they sought here. The warm flames atop the lamps bear witness to countless moments of sudden inspiration. Alright, half a minute until ad breaks over. Oh, I wish we could interact with that. Alright, 20 seconds, guys. Alright, welcome back. So, before we advanced on, I noticed there's another one of these little sprite bugs here, so let's catch this guy. Our nymphs, I guess is what they are. Fortunately, these little hovering figures, we can't do anything with them at the moment. Courtyard of Story. In memory, it was a golden rain. A rotaya full of the world's love returned at dawn, transforming into butterflies that scattered glittering scale dust, blending the bloodlines of those they touched. From that day forward, there was you and me, and I and you.
Something's not right here.
Yeah, you're before to read that, sorry. Even though we're not scholars, someone should have come forward to receive us by now.
This whole place is also eerily quiet.
Maybe Agla didn't give them the heads up. Maybe something happened. Maybe they really are asleep.
That's not very likely. As far as I can recall, the voices of people engaged in debate echo throughout the world at all hours of the day.
Oh my god, Trianne. Whoa, that scared me. What should we do now? What should we do?
Oh, wait, Trianne, could you lend me that golden spindle? Do you remember? Lady Elias said this. While you're in the road, the golden thread of the web can also render all things around you visible, regardless of whether you're corporeal or not. This is achievable because the growth is not only where the roots of Circe's are, but also where the chrysalis of gold manifests. Oh, Nestia, with the web as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your golden thread and affection.
Is this some kind of prayer?
That was recorded in the handbook of Nestia's priests. If I'm not mistaken, we should be able to draw power out of this butterfly exuvium with the golden thread. There isn't no reaction. Did it not work? But that shouldn't be.
Everybody look over there. Something's appearing.
A white dryad?
Oh, we've seen a couple of these. Where golden threads intertwined with roots, the titans... Okay, that's going a little too fast for me to read that, guys. Sorry.
No, it isn't a white dryad. It is the shadow of a dead white dryad.
Dead white dryad?
Strictly speaking, these white dryads are still plants. They only gained sentience as a result of Circe's blessing of equality. But their sentience is minimal when compared to that of humans. These flowers have already died. What you see here are just faint afterimages of their souls.
Huh.
However, this also means that the golden thread has definitely connected with the Titan's presence. Without the golden thread's outlines, we would not have been able to see them at all. What happened to them? Why are there only tiny shadows of them on? No. Can you read their memories?
Let me try. Got anything?
Black cloak and sword.
She's actually speaking words instead of just men. That's it. Their memories are too faint for me to see anything. I could only vaguely make out these words.
I have a bad feeling about this. The deathly fall of Thanatos is fast approaching.
Right, yeah, we had another broken item here we could bring back. Alright, let's solve this puzzle if we can. Alright, so we got 4 moves. They're going to have to be here for us to cross. Well, beyond this one for us to cross this one at least. So 1, 2... 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, 4. No, they have to be stopped on that switch on 4. So this is not going to be easy. So 1, 2, 3. No, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Oops, I did that a little too quickly there. Alright, did not time that correctly that time either. There we go. Another collectible here. The Sage's statue has been preserved to this day due to proper maintenance. The years have eroded its details, but the story behind it cannot be wiped away. Oh, remnants of the black tide.
This looks really scary. No, it's not overdose. This is a creation of black tide. Such creatures are formed when living beings are corrupted and turned into the formed hollow husks of their former selves. Everyone, stay alert. Regardless of what's happening to the road, the fact that you've seen the remains of a black tide creation there definitely doesn't look well. Should we inform Aggie about this?
Wait! That black thing seems to be moving.
Please hide behind us. Mister, let's do this.
Well, that lagged out as it didn't even give me the audio for the glass breaking. Okay, certain enemies will inflict ally units with the corrosion state. Attacking enemies will restore corroded HP. The more targets hit, the more is restored. Okay.
The words
Because I'm doing story right now, and the story is pretty interesting. Not to mention I don't have enough time with how much shorter we're making the stream tonight to do all of the daily stuff that would be a lot more fighting. For the story, well, then I'm sorry. Just I actually like the game, but I like the story. So, thank you, Game Night. So I am not planning to skip any story scenes when we're streaming it because I like knowing what's going on. I'm gonna need to change a couple people out here. But these monsters, they aren't supposed to show up here, right? Same time in Okama.
Thank you again, Heisen, for your hard work.
Is which person kind of afraid?
Scarring of his organs was especially severe, a result of the black tide's corruption. It's a miracle he's even survived. I can't say for sure when he'll regain consciousness. Don't stress yourself out over this. You've already done everything in your power to save him. There's no need to hurry to it all now. He's had a good rest. Julie, I have some things to tell you as well. There's something strange about where that patient came from. This much happening. The way the stitches on his clothes are hidden is quite unique. Such craftsmanship is undeniably from the grove. Grove? You mean? Now that I think about it, Castor's and the rest should have arrived at the grove by now. I did not expect the grove to be the first to be impacted though. Can you tell what the core feeling is right now? We see it. The core feeling is still there. What? I can't say for sure whether the timer is also being corrupted by the black tide.
identify the core flame and transfer it to a safe place as quickly as possible. We must also search for survivors and find out exactly what happened to the grove. Oh, and find Anaxa. Unless something went terribly wrong, he should still be alive.
They set off.
Alright.
Please, stay safe, everyone.
So we're probably not going to actually go too much longer now. I'll go another 10 minutes or so, progressing the story.
I pray for their safety too.
Aggie, how do you know that Anaxa is still alive?
I know that man all too well. If that blasphemous performer knew that he was not long for this world, he would most certainly try to seize the core flame and drag the Titan down with him.
Is this a joke as well?
No, I'm being serious this time. We're facing threats from both within and without Arcanum. The merciless carnage may have ceased, but Arcanum's nemesis continues to sharpen their blades even now. They may have even prepared the gallows from which to hang us already.
You mean
Even if the divine authority of strife is as yet unclaimed, the black tide is advancing more rapidly than I expected. I fear this tragedy is more than a mere natural disaster. Alas, it's too late. The Council will likely take this opportunity to do something. I will try to keep this in the wraps for now. But you must also take care and be prepared for anything that may happen.
alright. Should I inform Hyacinth about this?
Not for now. She must be exhausted after performing surgeries non-stop for so many days. I don't want to overwhelm her with this bad news.
I can only hope that the Grove weathers this crisis with as many survivors as possible.
That being said, based on the condition of this patient treatment, we should prepare for this. It's likely he is the only one who managed to escape from the grove against our odds.
Alright, who are we switching to now?
Everything will be fine.
Oh, we're just going back to him. Okay.
Really smart. We'll definitely be able to chase away the black tide.
Who is this Anaxa anyway? Why does everybody seem to have some kind of trust in
How
him?
should I put it? Maybe the boy doesn't trust Anaxa at all, I'm afraid.
That makes complete sense. You in a similar situation before?
She is far nicer to the two of you than she is to Anaxa. Despite being a chrysosaur, Anaxa resolutely believes that Titans and prophecies are a load of nonsense. During our regular citizens' assemblies, he always votes to oppose the flame chase journey. Men?
Huh? And he's still able to conduct research here? Didn't you just say that the Grove is an academy that was established around a Titan?
Shrian knows the answer to that. Everybody says that Circes, who symbolizes reason, is the most tolerant of novel ideas. Apart from Kephalon, you're the Titan who treats us the best.
Well, it looks like Circes must really be open-minded if they're accepting of even this kind of novel
Yes.
idea.
That is how we formed an agreement with these Titans who bear no harm toward humanity. If they agree to support us in our flame chase journey, we will wait till the final moments of the journey to restore their core flames. With the exception of Voronix, that is, they didn't lend us their power willingly.
I don't think Ornyx was as reluctant to help us as you put it, or they wouldn't have deemed Misaki worthy and allowed me to journey alongside all of you.
That is true. It's also fortunate that these gods weren't corrupted by the black tide and did not descend into madness.
Trian believes Circes will be alright. After all, everybody says that the people of the grove are really smart. So, little Gray and little Cass, just leave the task of finding Anaxa and everyone else to Trian. It's easy for Trian to look for people because he can fly.
Good idea. In that case, please bring the belt along with you, Lady Trian. The golden thread will be much more effective from up above. Please promise us that you'll take care of yourself.
Okie doke. If Trian gets in trouble, we'll look for all of you. In return, if you get in trouble, remember to call for Trian, okay? We'll come right over and open the gate for you.
That's the other thing I wish to mention. Do not open the gate unless you have no other choice, Lady Trian. Your body is not in good shape at the moment.
Okay. We will keep that in mind. Trian was just trying to help.
Of course, we know that. After all, Lady Trian is a demigod, the most powerful among all of us here. Remember all those brave heroes in the tales you heard. They would only save their strength until the very last moment. That way, they could ensure that nothing went wrong with their plans. Isn't that right?
Oh, no. In that case, brave Trian shall clear the way for all of you.
Little Trian is so motivated, I mustn't fall behind. I'll use something to help all of my friends that only I have. Ornyx's power.
So many monsters.
I will be ending this off here soon, guys. Sorry to say. Just like I said, this is going to be a short stream. I don't have nearly as much time as I normally would to progress the story and go through things, but I do hope the bit of story that we did go through was fun to watch and interesting enough for you guys. Alright, I don't think we can go up there yet, although I do see another chest in there. No, I actually don't. I have to work tomorrow, so I do have to lay down by a certain point, otherwise I won't have enough sleep. We'll move forward a little bit more, but then I have to call it here, guys.
It's locked.
I can't open it. It was probably sealed in order to ward off the black tide.
There's no keyhole in this door. Flaming lance charge. Okay. That's just kind of the more silly, meathead answer.
Most of the doors in Amphorius are sealed using the power of Venus.
The passage titan. This definitely sounds like Anaxa here. What a difficult person. Alchemy can do that? No, he wasn't saying that his soul was passed on to someone else. The core flame is basically the essence of a god. Or at this point in the Amphorius' timeline, it's the Titan, which was the god beforehand. And they're trying to retrieve these core flames from the Titans to name new gods. Give the core flame to a new Chrysos heir and have them become the next god of that ability, or of that concept, I guess was a better one. More so, what he was saying is that he buried part of himself after turning it into gold in that spot, and that was how he was able to do that. Don't worry, Anaxa's a big part of the story coming up here, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to get too much further into it tonight. But yeah, Anaxa was another one of the characters that you could pull for. And seeing as he just came up, yeah, this is heading into the part that deals with him. So, if we come back to this a little more during the story, we'll be seeing more of Anaxa. He disappeared again. Did he finish what he wanted to say?
Judging from your reaction, you must have found a useful memory.
Recount what you saw in the memory.
Professor Anaxa? That's a lot to digest at once. I'm sorry. Please give me some time.
He said his name was Anaxagoras.
You don't have to take that too seriously. For some reason, he's especially particular about his full name. Professor Anaxa theorizes that all beings originate from the same source and have a similar composition, which in this case refers to the soul. He calls this theory Muscorism. It is an extremely complicated theory. You should get him to explain it himself if you're interested, provided that he is still alive.
Everyone seems to have been evacuated.
Yes, that seems like the only good news so far. We can just focus on retrieving the core flame now.
Perhaps Anaxa did not manage to survive.
Do you not wish to consider this possibility?
Now, Castris here, I was trying to get the game to update when she was released, and I happened to just miss it by a day or two, so she's going to be the next character that I'm pulling for, but I have to wait till she gets a rerun. And they did 3 reruns with Finan, but none of the characters from Amphorius were in those reruns, which was weird. To me, that was weird, at least, so we have to wait until like the next month or so for the next person and see what they do.
Perhaps they were just unable to transfer the Queen, but managed to escape.
We have to go to the throne.
It is located at the top of the giant tree, and is where Cersei's Corfin is kept. According to Anaxa, Corfin should still be there. And making our way there won't be as simple as the professor made it sound.
Oh, but on the bright side, it sounds like a place that's easy to defend and difficult to attack. If that's really the case, I think that everyone, including Anaxa, will definitely be alright.
Right. Let's see whether he left any similar directions from us along the way.
Hey, the door can finally be opened. It seems like that message also served as a lock.
Incredible.
Let's go in here and grab this. Alright guys, sorry for the very short, like hour-long stream, but I need to get off and start getting ready for bed so that I can get enough sleep. I'm probably going to try to stream again on Wednesday, so that's the next day to come in. If you would like to help support the stream, make sure you don't have any ad blockers on. Feel free to sub, tip, or donate. Any money helps, and it goes towards the stream because there's a couple games that I just can't play anymore. Or well, I have Doom: The Dark Ages, but I need to update my computer to even play that, and it seems like Dune is the same thing now. After the last update they did today, every time I went to play Dune, it crashed. So I might need to update the computer just to even play Dune. But we are going to be getting back to Visions of Mana and Gundam Breaker and trying to finish those games off. At least try to finish off Visions, as we're at the very end of the post-game. So I might do some Visions a little bit on Wednesday. Other than that, we're probably just going to do some casual stuff. I shall catch everybody later in the week. Have a good day or night wherever you might be, and we shall see you then. Have a good day, everybody. There is a link. So there is a Nightbot message that pops up with a link for tipping. There is also a link down in the About Me section at the top of it for tips as well. So, and then if you go down to social, I think it is, oh yeah, there's a subscriber. If you go down to socials, you can see there's a subscriber button, so you can hit that to subscribe as well. Oh yeah, there is a donation button down there too. You can click as well. So there's 3 different ways you can click to help donate and support the stream. I hope you all enjoyed this despite being so short. I shall catch everybody later this week. Until then, all have a good day.